The spirit of linebacker Sam Mills lives on in 2 words. And the sounding of the drum reminds every Panther to keep counting as they get ready for a fight here at Charlotte's Bank of America Stadium. Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And we're off and running from Charlotte. On the return, here's Rico Dowdle. He's brought down just inside the 25. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And they're brought out by someone still trying to live up to that #1 pick status from the 2023 draft. Now in his 3rd season from the University of Alabama, it's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion, and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
And it's as we expected, partner. We call the pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down.
Down. Red, 38.
From the pistol, it's Young. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. And the Cowboys take possession in the area of the 38. And there it is, partner. Tough to resist starting the game with a deep shot. I know you know that. It is aggressive, but also very high risk, high reward.
It is, Kate, and you know as an offensive player, especially as a quarterback, you go to bed that night, these plays are scripted. You're going to come out, you're going to take a shot. There you got to show a little restraint. If it's not there, and that defense has the awareness they just did, boy, you got to be real careful to not give them an opportunity to do what they just did and make a huge play defensively.
On 2nd down, they're running with Williams. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. First down, here's Dak. Prescott is hit, he lost the football. Oh, they got it back, they can try and salvage something. And with a determined effort, that was impressive. He's able to gain something out of that play block after he nearly lost it. 2nd and 3. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
First down, Cowboys.
Dak now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Prescott takes off with it. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ballgame.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
That's Lamb running slant. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he is stopped a long ways from that line of game. They force a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
The Carolina offense out and ready to go for their 2nd drive. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular
Yep.
right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away.
And he gets him around 6 there. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
He breaks the tackle. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Ready?
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Ready. Set, cut.
Back to the ground they go. Hubbard. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
Panthers, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Set, cut. 10, ready.
Going to the ground again on first. Quite the turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line.
He was taken down.
All right, here we go. Second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
Here we go. Ready.
Hubbard again. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to.
Here we go.
And keep them from piling on those yards.
We've finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. They run again with Hubbard. Has some space inside the 15. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
Gotta do it, got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal.
Ready, ready. Yellow, 43.
Hubbard trying this up the gut.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Trying it again with Hubbard. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers get the game's first points here in the second. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights, and they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, first and 10. Dak off the play fake. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Not a bad first look for him in the contest. This contest, and I love them taking a shot, Kate. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip the cap. They played that ball better than he could.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Prescott. Looking to his fullback now. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Dak throwing again. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the set. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down.
These scouts in the NFL, man, they scour the country, right? Coast to coast. You know what they're looking for with defensive players? They are looking for game records. And that is exactly what this defender has done. He has wrecked this offense with back-to-back sacks.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And this drive has come to a screeching halt. 3 straight sacks. That brings up 4th down. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It's no good. It had the leg, but is aim wide right. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Down. Blue, 32. Set.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. And it's the Panthers. Behind the sticks on 2nd and 11.
Set. Ready.
On play action, here's Young. Pulled in by Tommy Tremble. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Young on the play action. Cole finds Mitchell Evans. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. The Cowboys signaling for their first timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
First down and goal to go.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Set. Ready.
Here's a give to Hubbard. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Panthers grow their lead just before halftime. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock, and help out that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone.
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one. The last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. The Cowboys offense headed out there. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
From the 40 on 2nd down. Trying to float that one in, and defenders there for the interception. Trayvon Merrick has it.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Great team defense here. Got to him right as he was about to let that football fly, Brock, and the hit leads to a pick by their safety.
And an easy pick at that one, Kate. Not take anything away from who actually intercepted it, but that turnover was all about the guys up front.
Yep.
And one thing I love about today's game and analytics, we got more than just sacks. We get QB pressures, we get QB hits because we've seen the impact they can have, an impact that was felt right there with that INT.
The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. They're up 2 touchdowns and could make it a 3-score game here. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Play action now, Young. Connects on the crosser. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Ready up.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Ready, ready. Hut, hut.
Off the play fake, it's Young. Finds him on the crossing route. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers boat racing them to the halftime locker room.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. The route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers stretch their lead to 21.
Cowboys, nothing. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys taking over on offense. Not much time left before halftime. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off the deficit before halftime. Throwing on first is Prescott. Deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Panthers get to that one!
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That 2nd and 3rd level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. And look at where they start with the football now.
Got for big yards on the right side. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Carolina Panther.
Throwing here just before halftime. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers piling it on going into halftime. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers continue piling on to this lead.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Dallas with its offense headed out for our first possession of the half. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Working from the pistol, Prescott. Sir, he's taken down. The Panthers rush gets home. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, got to play with a sense of urgency. Got to protect your quarterback. And they didn't either.
Offense needs to shake off that sack in a hurry as they get ready for second down and 13. Another try following the sack. Stays upright.
On second down. Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
So a really tough spot here. This is third and a country mile. Dak to the air here. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond third down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
Cowboys punting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Ager on now. Looking to return from the 29. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. The Carolina offense headed out now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. We're going play action. Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Ready?
Takes the handoff, now to throw. Cut down the field, Miguel. This is going to be down to about the opposing 36 for their next snap. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
First down, ball at the 36.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are...
Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers push their lead further to start the half. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers grow their lead yet again.
31. Cowboys, nothing. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Power squib kick is taken in. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And coming off 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
They motion the tight end over. From the 34. This is caught along the sideline. That's Ferguson. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That is caught. He's got Lamb. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Yeah, here we go.
First down, here's Dak. Screen here for Williams. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Straight ahead with Williams. Oh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. Didn't do it there.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Another run for Williams. They're going to get him again. A couple of stops now, Brock, they've made behind the line. They're going to force 4th down.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 59-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Dowdle now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Panthers and Tedero McMillan taking over once again. And they don't need anything out of this drive right now, Brock. That lead's already been built as we look to the scoreboard, but like architects, they might want to see just how high they can take it.
I mean, we're going to know here in just a second on how they attack these opening plays. Do they opt to take it easy, play conservative, or just keep stepping on that gas?
A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped it incomplete on first down. Almost a very quick drive, but the drop kick gives him new life. This is second down.
Here we go. Set.
They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Knowing how our wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, we're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate, and I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone, you got to make something happen, or you can take a risk like that. A huge sack for this defense.
Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over.
Okay, ready?
First and 10 from the 41.
Let's go. Ready?
Hubbard quick on the draw. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's another Panthers first down.
A good draw play is like a great punt return. You just set the table and let your elite athlete do his job. Excellent job of selling the pass. The O-line got a body on a body, and these running backs at this level, they know how to make you pay defensively.
Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. We will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from the score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
All set up now for first and 10. And up out of the pistol. Here's Hubbard. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
You know, some positive yardage here, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
21-yard line.
Set. Hut. Set.
On the give, it's Sanders. He's within striking distance. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Panthers first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Set. Hut.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up second and goal.
Second and goal.
Here we go. Hut.
Going power with a big tight end. And he's in for the touchdown. The Panthers throwing 6 more on the blowout. Well, Brock, not sure the play they were running was all that disguised, but with the personnel they had out there, it was going to be tough to stop him either way.
Yeah, there's a great debate. Is it the X's and O's or the Jimmies and Joes?
Yep.
No debate there. That was the Jimmies and the Joes in their want-to run it right down their throat.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers continue adding on to that lead.
Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Turpin with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And they've really been smothered by that defense all game. Not just on the scoreboard, partner. Any yards at all. They've just been tough to come by.
Yeah, just hard yards. Just hard. Just no rhythm really throughout this one. Let's give some credit to that defense who has just had their number from beginning to end.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Prescott on 1st and 10. It's Pickens on the slant. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Cowboys trying to do some window dressing. Second and 3 now.
Yeah! There we go, boys!
They'll run the toss for Williams. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Back now from the gun. Looking for a target. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now! Hut, hut!
He's going to pass it here. On a quick slant, it's Legette. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
At the 30-yard line.
Ready!
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. That's completed right side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
That's good for a Carolina Panthers.
On play action, here's Young. Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him. But not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down.
Here we go. Ready?
From the red zone now. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers are running them out of the building. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers tack on 7 more to their lead.
Cowboys 3. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Not much on that. Should have kept it in the end zone. The tackle's made at the 15-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Prescott to throw. just outside the 20. So the Panthers pick up the win here. And it was a maestro of a performance defensively, limiting them to only one field goal. Playing shutdown football like that, Brock, it is no surprise they came away with the win. And I think you'd agree, we see some more lockdown football in their future. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.